Good morning, boys and girls of the internet. How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to the YouTube channel that just can't seem to break 100,000 subscribers, and that's okay. We're happy where we're at, and I'm going to continue to make whatever kind of content we consider this until that day does happen or doesn't. Thank you for watching either way. Behind me is a 2003 Honda Accord, or what's left of one. This 2003 Honda Accord is the cheapest, raggediest Accord at the auction. Oh, I'm sorry, 04. 04 Honda Accord. And boy, she is whooped. The car market is ridiculous right now. And it is sad that these are the things you kind of have to buy if you want to have anything on a buy here car lot. You know, buy here, pay here, cheap car lots, all that. This is what you end up with. The bottom of the barrel Honda Accord. So it just gets worse the longer you look at it. We've got clear coat gone off the hood. It's crow's foot real bad all the way up, just spider webbing like glass. That's actually where some oil got on it while I was trying to work on it, and it kind of actually made it look better, if you can believe that. This one does not have the infamous cracked windshield like most of these do, and I have not pressed the sunroof button because I'm not brave enough to, but it's got a sunroof in it. Over here on the driver's side, the quarter is caved in pretty substantially, enough that it's opened a gap at the door. You could probably have that fixed, but are you gonna? No. On the back, more clear coat fade. It's just eating away. There's some, looks like some kind of moss or mold growing on it. Trunk's got a bunch of scratches on it where people set stuff, even though you shouldn't. It came from my auto sales in Sylva, North Carolina. Rear bumper, got a big gouge spot in it above the exhaust. Tons of scrape marks, more lichen algae stuff growing on the back. This is a Erd edition. That's RD, because like all your friends are gonna be like, really dude, you bought this thing? Let's see what else. It's got all the lug nuts on it, that's a start. A lot of times these snap. Four-wheel disc brakes, not too bad, not too bad. Headlights, yellow, nice and hazy. Can't see through them too good. This is your front plate mount. It's coming off. But this is the kind of stuff coming through the auctions lately, folks. This is it. These doors don't open very far. Missing a light cover. Armrest is peeling up. Faux wood in there. That's nice. It carries on to the driver's seat, which is just sun-baked horribly. There's holes in it right through the bolstering. Steering wheel's the same way. Leather's peeling. I mean, it's chunky. It's like chunks. Look at that. And somebody's tried to get in this car, whether it be a thief or the people that owned it, left their keys maybe in it. So this is nice and dented. All this as well, more chips, rips in the weather stripping. It's hotter than fire outside today. It's around 98 degrees. It's probably 120 in this car. The headliner looks like something. It's hanging. It's hanging over there too. Got a broken, oh no, it's not broken. Wow. Ugh. Anyway, this is the cheapest Honda Accord at the auction. And so here it is. We've gotten it to run and drive. So it does do that. We have one key. Let's see. There you go. This one features the 3-liter V6 with, see, that says 92 outside right now. That's better. There we go. 237,000 miles. And then your trip is on the right of 398. That's the odometer on the left. Yeah, 237, 124 for miles. The radio doesn't do anything, no lights, no nothing. We did fix the air conditioning in it. Thankfully, that was not working. So that works now. More faux wood. And I get that the car is, pretty rough. But you would think a dealer of any kind might at least send this through some kind of halfway detail. I mean, wash the mold off of it or something. I don't know what happened in that back seat, though. She's rough. She is rough. It's showing a full tank of gas. It has showed a full tank of gas the entire time we've had it. I don't know if it actually has a full tank or if something is wrong with the sending unit. The triangle is on, the airbag light's on, and the maintenance required light is on. All that, most of which is for an oil change. Honda Accord. But it runs. The window works. There's just nothing good at the sale anymore. Like, even stuff like this is too expensive. Yep, 3-liter V6. It's got a new battery in it. I mean, it runs. It's got a new starter on it. I don't know if you can see that. A newer starter anyway. And like I said, it does run and drive. But the pickings are getting slim. Let's see. The Achilles heel in these 6-cylinder Hondas is always the transmission. Whether it be an Odyssey, any of the front-wheel drive ones, let me reiterate. So like the Honda, the Odysseys are pretty junk. The Accords are junk. Some of the Ridge lines even have issues. The Pilots, hit or miss. But always in the Accords and the Odysseys, transmissions, man, left and right. You just cannot keep a good transmission in them. This one, to have 237 on it, I bet it's had one put in it. And there's always somebody in the comments that's like, oh, mine went 400 billion miles and I never did anything to it. It was great. You're just hating on Hondas. I like Hondas. Buy a lot of Hondas to sell because they do sell. But just from experience, most of them have to have a transmission. Or the timing belt brakes because nobody checks them. And then you're putting heads on them. So let's go drive this turd down the road. Notice a new problem right off the bat. It makes knocking noises, but the seat doesn't move. So something's broken the seat motor, I guess. Let's roll that window up. Hopefully the air gets a little cooler going down the road. It is hot today. Hot in Topeka, that's what they say, I guess. All right. Oh, we're in third. Test drive. Whee! So why would you even waste your time buying a Honda Accord of this vintage? Well, it's the only thing out there. There's not a lot, slim pickings at the sale right now. And then when something decent does come through, it's usually way too expensive. We've got a lot of competition right now. If you're not in the used car business, I highly recommend you just shoot yourself in the foot and save you the long-term embarrassment and pain of trying to get into the used car business, because we have more new lights now. Now we have a TCS light on. That's cool. But the market is so bad, you can't buy anything. We have a lot of people coming here. In our area, there's a bunch of people from the Russia and Ukraine, and most of them do cars too, so there's tons of places popping up. They're buying up everything they can get their hands on to either A, part out, or B, fix and sell. And I don't hate anybody for trying to make a dollar. Everybody's in this world just to survive, but it makes it really hard. The market's too saturated right now, and people are still buying. More people are buying used cars over new cars now more than ever, just because of the price of new cars. But when it leaves you with bottom of the barrel stuff like this, I mean, where's the money at? You know, are you even going to make any money on this? And it's hard to say, just because it was the cheapest running Honda Accord at the auction. And yeah, it did technically run when we got it, but you know, it needed some love. I don't know. I mean, 237 on it. There's a Tesla. I don't know what model that is. Just an SUV is all I know. Tesla. Oh, and then you've got the BMW with the monster grill in it. Where's he at? That whole car is just a big old kidney bean grill. Yeah, but with the price of new cars, more people are buying used. And the sad thing is, something like this will still sell. A few months back, we bought a 2000 Honda Accord 2-door, but it had the 4-cylinder in it. I like those more. 4-cylinder automatic, and we did a bunch of work to that car. But it was a $1,000 car, you know, and we put about $1,000 in it. And a guy came all the way up from Georgia and bought it. I think it brought like $3,800. So I mean, really, where is the profit margin? You know, how much do you need to make to feel comfortable on each car? And this one, I mean, it does drive pretty decent. This is actually the first time I've had it on the road, so this is real world with me and you guys right here, right now. We've got a radio ordered to a salvage yard. Make sure if you ever order a radio from the salvage yard, you have them retrieve the code for you. If not, you can take it to a dealership and they can do it for you. It's usually like $100 or so, which is kind of ridiculous. There is a website that you can do it on. However, the website, for whatever reason, only allows you to do 3. And after the 3rd one, you're kind of just on your own. I don't know if you can make a new account and get 3 more, but that's just the way they work. A lot of traffic. We'll be back in a second. Okay, we're back. As I was saying, the profit margin, where do you need to be to feel comfortable on a car like this? And is it even worth it? I'm waiting for the comments for everybody to tell me how roach this thing is. But I mean, you know, we are going down the road at 55 miles an hour. I've got cold air conditioning. You know, the steering wheels, I'm turning a little bit, but it's pretty straight. Hit the brakes, there's no shake, there's no fade. The tires are pretty decent. They'll be left alone. And I mean, suspension's not clunking or rattling. You could go to a pull apart. We could get another steering wheel for this, make it look nicer. We could send it to a cheap paint shop, have it sprayed red. That quarter could be fixed. You could get the seat reupholstered. But I mean, really, you're going to spend a lot of money on this. Now, if you were an individual buying this car at an auction, then, you know, if you could get it for, you know, $1,000, like we got in it, and you were going to keep it for yourself, maybe it would be worth putting another, you know, $1,500, $2,000 in it to make it nice. I mean, the headliner is going to be probably $300 or so. That's just about the going rate around here anyway. You might have a better place in your area, but be about $300 for a headliner, be about $500 for a paint job, probably another $100 to get that dent fixed. Wouldn't be the prettiest fix, but it'd be fixed. Rear bumper, you could probably fill that in with some putty stuff or Bondo, make that smooth again. Radio is going to run about $75. Hopefully it comes with the code. If not, we're going to have to figure out how to get that. Like I mentioned, you know, the seats tore. And we've still got some warning lights on. So how much do you really want to spend? You know, especially in the resale market, it's not here. So this car, I think, I don't think it's going to do that well. We've got another one I'm going to show you too. I won't spoil the surprise and tell you what it is. It's one of my more favorite brands, but I think that car also has some gremlins that are going to kill the profit margin on it, unfortunately. What can you do, though? I mean, and you guys, you know, wonder what's going on with videos, and I'm so sporadic in posting. That's because there's such a large allotment of time that goes on between finding stuff that's worth filming, worth fixing, worth trying to sell and make any kind of reasonable money on. And so it just doesn't happen, and it's getting harder to do. I don't even think we've popped the trunk on it. Let's see what treasures await us in there. And since they've locked the keys in the car, you definitely want to make sure you roll a window down before you go opening that bad boy up, or closing that bad boy. Some mystery stains, a bunch of trash. Do we dare pick this up? Yeah, it's still got the spare in it. There's no jack anymore unless it's over here. Okay, your jack's over there. So it's got all the spare tire stuff. That's nice. But I mean, really, it's whooped. 200 and some odd thousand miles. I didn't even realize that bumper's all crushed in over here too. It's actually cut somehow or another. Yeah. So, you know, this is a $1,000 car, cheapest car at the auction, sadly. Now, there were a few in-ops, you know, that always go a little bit cheaper than that. But they're usually, I mean, you're talking like old Ford Tauruses that are just destroyed. Or a wrecked car, something that's completely totaled and unfixable. For a running car, you're going to spend about $1,000 right now in my area, and this is the kind of crap you get. Now, it's got some Cooper tires on it with some decent tread left on them. Oh, it's a low emissions vehicle. How cool is that? I don't really care. But anyway, there you go, folks. That's what $1,000 will get you at an auction, you know, with your fees and everything. And I mean, if this was on Marketplace, they'd be trying to get $2,000 for it, and then they wouldn't, and then eventually they'd drop the price, or somebody would bring them 12, 13 for it. But it's, you know, I had to put an AC compressor on this thing just to get the air to work, and then change valve cover gaskets that were absolutely pouring. I mean, just soaking the engine bay. So you guys just let me know down in the comments below what you think. And my seatbelt doesn't auto retract anymore all the way. That's cool. But yeah, we do have heated seats, I just noticed. That's pretty cool. But this is a $1,000 Honda Accord that's got a sunroof, and if the fuel gauge works, it came with a full tank of gas. That never happens. I don't think I've ever gotten a car at the auction that had gas in it. They're always like slam on E with the dummy light on, or the gauge doesn't work at all. So, and that might be the case. Maybe the gauge doesn't work. But we are going to continue on this car. We're going to see about getting this dent pulled, see about a paint job and a cleanup, and if all that follows through, I will get some pictures or try to get another video, you know, before we send it onto the lot to sell. And you guys just let me know what you think, because this one's rough. But remind me, I'll make a video on the other one we got, and you tell me which one's worse. They're both pretty bad. I mean, they're both junk. You know, auto auction rebuilds, he gets so lucky buying in-ops and stuff like that, and then they fire up and run. And even the Land Rover with the blown head gaskets, you know, the Dodge Ram that had no horsepower and it was a clogged catalytic converter. I would never, ever get that lucky. And those his stuff always even looks decent, you know, it always looks nice. I think he's still fighting for the title on that Hyundai. I think it's a Hyundai or a Kia. But, don't know how they do it. I'm over here with $1,000 Honda Accords. Just trying to pay bills. Thank you all for watching. Taking this one back to the shop. Getting out of this thing. The air is cranking in it. She is trying her hardest, but it's hot today. I don't know what the temperature thing ever moved to. It's still hot, 96 degrees. Way too hot to try. So I'm gonna go get in the shop where it's like 94 degrees and sit in front of the porta-cool me a sandwich, contemplate life decisions, and why we're fixing 2004 Honda Accords. You know what to do. Drop your comment down below. Let us know what you think. Speed bumps. If I get time today, I'm gonna go film the other car, and you can let me know what you think about that cream puff. Thanks for watching.